Let me just recap this year for you. In the year 2000, Jon Veach rushed 327 times for 2,574 yards and 37 TDs. They are school records. He only had 9 receptions for 165 yards and 1 TD. Punt returns, 10 for 48 yards. Kickoff, 5 for 48. All-purpose yards, 2,835. Total points scored in the year 2000 for Jon Veach in his senior year, 236. There are 739 yards rushing in just the 3 playoff games leading to this one. I mean, just try to understand that, folks. 739 yards in the 3 playoff games of this year. Now, sit back and just let this settle in for you a little bit. Career rushes. He rushed the ball. Did he rush the ball 1,005 times? 1,005 carries. 6,843 yards. Now remember, I do not have his totals tonight. He may very well have crossed the 7,000-yard mark. I don't know that yet.
At this point.
You will know this. We will announce this during the show. We'll interject this in. But so far, before tonight was over, he had 6,843 yards rushing. That is a school record.
And there is only a handful of rushers that have done that in the state of Pennsylvania. There may be 6 in the history of football in Pennsylvania to have crossed over that milestone.
81 TDs, 81 touchdowns. Receptions, 56 for 762 yards and 9 TDs in pass receiving. Punt returns, 33, 173 yards, 1 touchdown. Kickoffs, 19 for 322 yards, 1 touchdown. All-purpose yards in his career. Are you ready, people? Are you sitting down? Jon Veach, in his career at Mount Carmel area in the 4 years he's played here, has 8,100 all-purpose yards. Total points scored in the 4 years he's been with us, 568, a school record. 92 touchdowns, a school record. He started, and this is a stat that you don't think about much, but I'm going to tell you, this stat means as much as anything I just read to you. He had 55 consecutive starts in his career. 55 consecutive starts in the young man's career. 43 games of the 55 he started, he scored a TD in. 34 of the 55 games he started, he rushed for 100 yards or more. 34 times, 100 yards or more. 10 games. Are you ready for this one, folks? 10 times in his career he rushed for over 200 yards. He had 6 4-touchdown games. There it is, folks. That's what Jon Veach has done in the 4 years he's been with us. He has done everything you can do as a running back at Mount Carmel area. What he has also done is epitomized what tough Coal Region football is. When you look back and you think about his offensive statistics, when you think about everything he did, I want you to then think about his defensive statistics. How many times have you seen him put a hit on a guy that was crushing? How many times did he save a touchdown? How many times did he intercept something, in the last seconds and save a game for us over 4 years? Jon Veach epitomizes Mount Carmel area football. He has taken our tradition, he has taken our history one step above where it was, all by himself. Now, there were great players in this program over the years. There have been fabulous, great players. He has become one of them. He leads them in many ways as he leaves here. I can't look in a crystal ball and see down the road what will happen. And maybe there'll be a guy like him out there that's just, being born, or he's in the C-team midgets. I don't know that. Or maybe it's 50 years from now. I don't know. All I know is that up till now, Jon Veach has shown us what football is all about on the high school level in Pennsylvania. All I can say to him, I've said so many nice things. He's a great kid. His family is a fabulous family. We've talked about his 2 brothers. But when you look at what he's done here, he's going to go into his final game, a championship game. That's fitting, truly fitting that his final high school football game will be at Hershey for a championship. But I just want to say to him, from us, and I think from everybody who's watched him play football in 4 years, the only thing you can say to him is thank you for just letting us watch him, to see the talent, the way he carried himself, the way he represented Mount Carmel area football. Because when you think about it, and when people who have only seen him in these 4 years, or if you're a Lakeland and seen him only one time and see 297 yards, when they think Mount Carmel football, they'll think him. And I'll tell you what, that's not a bad thing at all. I think it's great to think of him as the representative. One other record you want to talk about really quickly here is number 69, Nick Cuff. He broke the all-time sack record this year.
Whew.
And, you know, he broke it later in the year, and we were talking about so many things we mentioned. I just want to mention it again. You know, that is a phenomenal record. And, you know, and I want everybody to think about what he's also done. Again, he has, you know, another game that he's playing for us next week. But he's also going to come back. So, I mean, I think number 69 returns to you next year. So keep that in mind, too. But just on behalf of all of us fans, and that's what Wayne and I are. We're fans. You know, that's nothing more, nothing less. We're just fans of football and Mount Carmel area football. To those two guys, you know, thank you. To Jon Veach, the very best of luck, whatever you do, wherever you go. And I'm sure wherever you go and whatever you do, you will be very successful at it. But it's just take a moment from all of us. And, again, thanks to both you guys. We will see you on Saturday in Hershey. We hope to hoist that trophy. But either way, it's been a great career for John, a great year for Nick, and for Mount Carmel area football.